Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Eloshai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors be unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you all who would like to push out this word of thought, truth and sincerity. Alright, to all you, I can say Shalom. I am the Akira. I'm from the servants of Yahweh Eloshai. Can't coming in with the, basically a quick video going off on the subject matter of find alternatives to keep you reading in this thing, because although understanding, we're not supposed to be entertained by the scriptures like the other apostle to heart stated many, a while back. We're still supposed to find, various methods to keep you reading it, all right, to keep you entangled with this word, if you will. All right, that's why tons of Akim prior to this video right here, such as the elders, they encourage the Akim to actually download these Bible quiz apps to test your sharpness on the scriptures, to see if you have the knowledge, which is it's vital and important. All right, the scriptures even state the book of Isaiah the 49th chapter that our mouth shall be a sharp sword. All right, and the reason for that is because we're supposed to get on Jake, man. All right, on the highways and hedges, and we're teaching the doctrine here, and with the doctrine we're supposed to back everything up by precept. All right, the scriptures even say teach, to teach. Yahweh Shai said that, he made the mention, feed my sheep. All right, we feed the sheep by, bringing out these precepts. All right, the scriptures say in the book of Psalms, 119th chapter, 106, 104, verse 104, if I'm not mistaken. Through thy precepts, I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Hell yeah, man. Because these things, man, you can't go against the scriptures. All right, Hebrews the 4th chapter, verse 12 or 16, one of those verses says the fact that this word is a double-edged sword. All right, you can't cut it. But anyways, the book of Isaiah the 49th chapter, verse 2, it says, and he has made my mouth like a sharp sword. All right, so these scriptures are a double-edged sword. Our mouth will be likened to a sharp sword as well, because we're bringing them out. All right, we cut Jake left and right, and there's no other way around to bring about a false doctrine, man. You can't. All right, once that scripture, hits your brick wall, your brick wall, will tumble, if you will. So we're supposed to, stay studying and reading. And what me and the Akim in our chat be doing is we're partaking in the GMS homework channel. Now we're not a part of GMS, but we're taking heed to that. And we extend our deadlines, a little bit longer compared to the Akim over there at GMS. So right now we're reading 1 Samuel. And then we're gonna take tests. All right, to test our sharpness. And the reason why 1 Samuel is because that's the first video in the GMS homework channel. And also, we suggest this because it's pretty heavy. All right, there's a lot of things we often overlook. All right, you hardly see Akim actually bring out precepts from this book. All right, 1 Samuel the 2nd chapter, it's really heavy. All right, and a lot of it is through the spirit. All right, when you had Hannah in this chapter, she was praising the Lord, but it was really through the spirit that you could apply to these modern day times. All right, you hear about the famine of the word that was going on. All these things, man. How Philistines were the main enemies, the main threat against Jake back then. Right now it's Esau, and that's how it's supposed to be. The Lord ordained Esau and Jacob to be enemies. Back then, at that time, there's a spirit 441. The Lord had that happen. But back then, it was between the Philistines and our people, man. So we're supposed to stay studying. All right, especially in these historical accounts. All right, I can, I'll always, stay, girded in the book of the prophets. All right, New Testament, Apocrypha, but it's also good to go back to the main books. All right, 1st and 2nd Chronicles basically give you a quick recap of what went down. All right, 1st, 2nd Kings, 1st, 2nd Samuel, Judges. All right, Judges is a good book, which if I can get a precept out in the book of 2nd Timothy. the 2nd chapter, verse 15, it states the fact, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman. And we're those workmen. All right, what is our role? All right, what are we working in? You know, teaching. All right, we're supposed to be a watchman to the house of Israel. You know, in this case, of the elect, since we're here to edify the sheep. All right. Yahweh Shai even say the fact that to the two, he was basically getting on these 2/3 in John 10. You read about in John 10. You know, when Jacob was out there, you know, condemning Yahweh Shai, calling him a blasphemer, which really wasn't. Yahweh Shai said, "You are not my sheep. All right, for my sheep know me, but you know me not." Roughly paraphrasing right there. So these 2/3, although the nation of Israel, they ain't the sheep of the Lord. All right. So this is really referring to the elect. All right, we're really here to edify the elect. So that workman, we're watchmen for the elect. You know, watching the news. All right, you know, bring in the report, which also, just like the angels bring in the report of the prayer unto the powers from us. You know, likewise, we're also bringing in the report to the powers unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem El Shai by way of these lessons. You know, so a workman that needeth not because that's the role. You know, we're supposed to do the will. We're supposed to do the works to teach. That's the main job. A workman that needeth to not to be ashamed. All right, because if you break down the scriptures the wrong way, all right, you'll be ashamed, man. Because then I can make you an example. You know, I can see you go off. You know, then they do a rebuke lesson on you. That brings shame. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this another precept basically went into how one of the Yakim not partaking in the commandments of the epistle, really paraphrasing right here. You know, not you know, comply to the commandments given unto us. You shall not keep company with them to bring him shame. Although you shall, you know, entreat him like a brother. Really paraphrasing right there. I don't mean to, you know, roughly butcher right there, but you know, Akim could still be in the Akim that are the elect. Hey, you know, you want to be ashamed. All right, we want to stay confident in this thing. A workman needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, how do we rightly divide the word of truth? By studying. All right, Elder Apostle Gabar always made the mention to look into the words. All right, and Jake have a better time at looking into the Urban Dictionary and looking at retarded words that just, you know, come into somebody's mind out the bat with some whack definition, and actually spend their time actually looking into archaic terms. Archaic basically meaning ancient. You know, you're supposed to, right here is the New Testament. You're supposed to look into the Greek words or the Strong's G's, whereas in the Old Testament, it's in the Hebrew. All right, you're supposed to look into these words, because one thing to know is that, given the fact that the English language ain't really enriched in words, it could be that this word truth has many Greek words with their own definitions. All right, so again, we're reading and study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, so we're supposed to, you know, keep on studying. All right, that's part of the reason why. Actually, that's the main reason why the Akim in my chat are partaking in the GMS homework thing. But I want to end it off with one more precept. You know, this video is basically a quick exhortation to have Akim do the same thing. You know, stay studying. You know, just because we're in short time now, does not give you the invitation to just hold off from reading the scriptures. You know, you're supposed to, you know, stay diligent. All right, you know, you're supposed to, you know, read the whole thing, the whole roll. All right, having a just balance. You know, Psalm 44, 144. That's a spirit right there. But book of Proverbs, the 15th chapter, verse 28. I want to end it off right there. It reads, the heart of the righteous, which that word heart basically goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means the mind. So the heart of the righteous studieth the answer, because your physical organ, the heart, cannot gain knowledge. All right, no, that's where the brain kicks in. You know, that's where you get intelligence from. All right, intelligence. You know, that's where you get knowledge. That's where you put knowledge in. That's where you put your knowledge in, the mind. So the heart of the righteous, or the righteous, you know, the elect men actually sincere in this thing, study to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. You know, I actually want to read this one as well. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. All right, but with that being said, I'm gonna end it off right there. And, you know, to the next one, I say Shalom.